Hello, Eastern Jackson County. My name is Jeff Grote, and I am the Fire Chief of your Fire Protection District. The men and women of Central Jackson County Fire Protection District have provided advanced life support, fire and rescue services to Blue Springs, Grain Valley, and Lake Tapawingo for 60 years. In years past, we embarked on our community planning through face-to-face community meetings that were held at the Education Center on 40 Highway. All at once, our once held assumptions and practices regarding how we conduct business and interact with community stakeholders has changed. But I must stress one important point. CJC has met the challenge of this current pandemic, and we will continue to make changes designed to enhance our service delivery to the community. Hence, this video and the introduction to our new approach to gain valuable direction and input as it pertains to the future of district planning. I want to thank each of you for donating your time and assisting us with the development of your fire district's planning initiative aimed at the next 3 years.
Hi, my name is Steve Westerman, and for nearly 30 years I was the Fire Chief of the Central Jackson County Fire Protection District. Over those 30 years I led and watched the men and women of CJC continually strive to improve, all in order to better serve you. Now, as director on the board, which oversees CJC, I am extremely proud and excited to see the continued effort to ensure the services we provide our community are relevant, effective, and efficient. On behalf of the board of directors and the men and women of CJC, I want to personally thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn about the work we are doing. I also encourage you to be a part of our strategic planning process by taking part in a survey. Then, if you're further willing, participate in a virtual strategic planning session. We really want to hear from you about how we are doing and in what direction you think we should grow. After all, this is your fire district, and we are here to serve you. Thanks, and we look forward to your input. God bless.
Our strategic planning process may be a little different than the one you're used to. In our process, we seek out input from the communities we serve to ensure we are on the right path. After all, this is your fire district. The strategic plan is an integral piece of our fire accreditation. Fire accreditation is similar to accreditation a school district might gain. The process involves an agency not related to CJC, which evaluates your performance and planning, then grants accreditation based in large part on our strategic plan, self-assessment, and our risk assessment standard cover, all in an effort to describe how we better serve our community. We have been accredited since 2008 and are one of only 284 accredited fire agencies, and only one of 95 that also have an ISO rating of 1. Thank you for your interest and participation in our strategic planning process. We truly do value your input.
In 2005, Central Jackson County Fire, along with Kansas City Fire, Olathe Fire, and Kansas City, Kansas Fire, became a regional urban search and rescue team. The rescue team is trained in multiple disciplines, including structural collapse, trench collapse, elevator rescue, confined space rescue, high and low angle rescue, tower rescue, swift and still water rescue. Central Jackson County Rescue Team will deploy for any rescue in our district, and if requested, can and will deploy in Missouri and in the United States. In 2011, Central Jackson County Fire Heavy Rescue, along with Kansas City Fire Rescue crews, were deployed to Joplin, Missouri to assist in the search, rescue, and recovery efforts due to an EF5 tornado. In 2018, we were requested along with Kansas City to deploy to Houston area to help with evacuation of those who were trapped in their homes due to the high water from Hurricane Harvey. Central Jackson County Heavy Rescue is commonly requested and deploys to numerous incidents within the county and surrounding areas.
The Tri-District Hazardous Materials Response Team is operated under a cooperative agreement between 3 neighboring fire protection districts: Central Jackson County Fire, Fort Osage Fire, and Snai Valley Fire. The team is trained and equipped to respond to chemical, biological, radiological, or explosive emergencies in most of eastern Jackson County and some areas of Lafayette County. Ultimately, the Tri-District Hazardous Materials Response Team responds to any hazardous materials events where initial firefighters are unable to correct or mitigate the problem. The team is also recognized as a regional Homeland Security team that could respond anywhere in the Kansas City metro area or in the state of Missouri.
The CJCFPD Community Risk Reduction Bureau was formed in August of 2019. While community risk reduction concept is not new to the fire service, the scope of the CJC Community Risk Bureau is unique. Under the umbrella of community risk reduction falls the EMS Operations Division, CJ Cares, our community paramedic program, traditional fire prevention and investigation activities, as well as several emergency management functions. Similarities of preventative activities involving CJ Cares compared to the traditional fire prevention activities became apparent as both programs operated side by side. Essentially, each program represents a side of the prevention coin. One, emergency medical call prevention, and the other, traditional fire prevention. In fact, as the programs moved forward, similar methodologies were used to identify elements of community risk. For instance, call data indicated the most common call for assistance from CJC patrons in 2019 was related to a fall of some kind. Using this type of data evaluation, CJ Cares began researching fall prevention programs, age-specific for the average CJC patient. Using similar methodology, fire agencies have traditionally identified circumstances of frequently occurring fire and have aimed prevention activities at the identified common causes. We evaluate and target specific hazards across the entire spectrum of risk for the population CJC protects. EMS has simply, to this point, been a service line offered by the fire service. Including EMS in the traditional fire prevention model represents a paradigm shift. By spending prevention resources on all identified risk, including risk in the injury prevention and chronic disease categories, CJC demonstrates that EMS has become part of the primary mission and central focus in evaluating a major risk category frequently overlooked by most fire agencies.
The Education Division here at Central Jackson County Fire Protection District is something the department takes great pride in. For the last 20 years, we've been educating EMTs and paramedics. CJC's earned a reputation for being the go-to department for emergency medical education. Authorized by the American Heart Association, healthcare providers such as paramedics, nurses, and doctors come to us for training in advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced life support, and basic life support. We offer initial EMT and paramedic courses for those entering into the EMS field. CJC EMS Education also works hard to educate the public in how and when to perform CPR and basic first aid. We offer classes on the second Saturday of every month and partner with Blue Springs Parks and Recreation to offer CPR, AED, and first aid classes quarterly. This community involvement helps our crews and can significantly improve survival rates for critical patients.
CJC is a member of the Central Jackson County Emergency Management Agency, which is a cooperative organization comprised of the cities of Blue Springs, Green Valley, Lake Tapawingo, and CJC. CJCMA provides planning, training, and response to large-scale disasters such as tornadoes and ice storms. CJCMA is also responsible for the outdoor warning system, which you hear tested on the first Wednesday of every month. Additionally, CJCEMA coordinates and trains a community emergency response team, which is a group of volunteers who are trained to help their neighbors and community with skills in things such as large area search and basic first aid. The Community Emergency Response Team also assists the fire district and police departments at large events like the Blue Springs Fall Festival.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for filling out our survey about our great organization. I hope to see all of you virtually very soon.